Hello, and thank you for tuning into this Friday edition live from the heart of somewhere sunny and somewhere fun in the middle of work. I am doing my podcast because I'm a multitasker and I like to get shit done. Yeah, I kind of like to do that. Today is another day and another opportunity for us to recognize our star power, to reflect on where we've been and where we're going on our stardom journey. And sometimes that reflection can be easy and oftentimes it can be difficult. I struggled this week with feeling like I'm not where I want to be as far as like where I wanted to be with my weight. I'm not saying I need to lose 5,000 pounds, but I wanted to at least have an idea of that. And I got all excited about this weight loss surgery. Not that I necessarily even needed the surgery, but it just felt like a sticker on a problem or a quick fix or something like that. And I don't even really need that, right? After going to the fertility specialist and speaking to them, that was a different conversation entirely. So I just feel like sometimes doctors they don't really think about the patient. They think about what is going to quickly get you away from them. Now, I haven't set up another appointment with this weight loss doctor. I'm considering going to a different one, and I'm not sure what that's going to look like. But I'm definitely trying to take a hold of my life. But weight isn't everything in my life, right? There's other pillars and pieces of it. I'm just trying to be a happy person and enjoy everything. Enjoy every day. Take advantage of the fact that my puppy is still breathing and jumping and living, right? Because we had a scare and we thought he wasn't going to be here anymore, and he is. So every day with him is truly a blessing in that regard and that way. So instead of me thinking about bad things, I'm reminded of the good things and the good moments with him. At the same time I say that, I still have to live in the world and I still have to deal with the world. I like things that are simplistic and easy, but often that's not the case and that's not the situation. Typically things are difficult, they're not fun, and they don't work out the way we want them to. That's just how life is. Not because we want it to be that way, but because it is. We have to do a better job of living. It's not going to be perfect, but it shouldn't be. I'm okay not being perfect. I'm okay being the messed up version of myself that I am. I'm perfectly imperfect. There are things I like and things I don't like, things I wish I could change and things I know I can't. Places I want to go and places I'm scared to visit. There are things I want to say because I have no filter, and other things that will never come out of my mouth because it's not my job to say it. As I get older, I'm realizing I don't need to be involved in everything. As I'm getting older, I realize I can't change people. And I shouldn't want to. Every day is an opportunity for me to change the world and make it a better place for me to live in. For my nephews and my nieces, for myself, for my children, for my husband, for our family, for the world, for the people that are around me, for my neighbors, people at my parish, the people in all of the parishes, the Catholic community, the Baptist community, all the communities, all the people. I am a voice of reason and a voice of change, and I want to be heard throughout the world because I want to make change. The idea of looking in the mirror and loving the reflection you see and loving who you are and loving who you're becoming is important. On my other podcast, I brought up this clip from Dark Knight where Batman's talking to what the fuck is his name? Batman is speaking to what is his name? Not Robin, but he's speaking to Alfred, and they're talking about Joker. And Alfred's trying to tell Batman that Joker was created because you built him, right? You created the monster you're trying to get rid of. And it left me with such clarity. My husband played it for me last night. And I don't know how many times I've seen Dark Knight. I don't know how many times I've watched it. But hearing that, it was like, damn, this is like, ooh. It's like one of these like clips where it's like, and I thought that's probably one of my favorite Batmans, the Dark Knight one, Keith Ledger, unfortunately, he passed away. He was an amazing actor. He really was Joker, like Joker. And you got to understand the character of these dark characters, these bad guys. I don't really think bad guys are bad. I think they became bad because of a moment. I think that's how we need to change our view of the world and our eyes, even with ourselves. Maybe we need to start looking at things differently. Maybe the bad guy isn't bad. Maybe the world is bad and we're not recognizing that. There's good in it, but there's a whole lot of darkness and there's a whole lot of badness in it too. I'm trying to be a beacon of hope and change. I'm trying to resonate the idea of yes, you can have a good life, try something different, be better than you were yesterday. Yes, you can learn how to knit, sew, crochet, paint, draw, walk, run, lose weight, gain weight, have a baby, not have a baby, adopt, start a relationship, end a relationship, decide you want to change your favorite color or your hairstyle or your hair texture. You want to paint your nails one color or another, or you want to start wearing leggings every day because you are done with jeans and you're sick of dressing up like I am. Maybe you want to join a choir, or you want to start playing magic, or you want to get back into video games, or maybe you never stopped and you're ready to play every game on Switch too. Maybe you're ready to travel more, or you're ready to meet the expectations for that promotion at work. Whatever it is, big or small, switching your roommate at school or changing your major, every day is an opportunity for you to say to yourself, yes, you can. And following the idea of yes, you can is the idea of never giving up. Now, we know life is difficult and bad things happen to good people. That is the story of life. But regardless of that, because we know what's going to happen, we need to be the people that are what? Persevering through that difficulty. There's always going to be fear and doubt and negativity and hatred and envy and jealousy. That just comes with it. I'm telling you the truth because somebody needs to. People aren't nice. As a kid, I was pretty, I was smart, I was intelligent. At 8 years old, I could do things that probably adults couldn't solve, and I was that kid. As I grew up, I was in AP classes, I was on a high honor roll, I was very intelligent. As I've gone to college, I contained the intelligence, and it lasted with me. The dean's list, the high grades, all of that shit, the scholarships, every part of it, I did it. Every time. Not because I had to, but because I knew I could do it. My life has been an experiment in a way, but I've succeeded in it. And you can succeed in yours. Family members I've loved have died. I have the pictures of them on a wall. I have this place in my house where it's like a prayer book or a prayer wall where I can remember them. And it saddens me that they're not here, but I understand Jesus and I'm not questioning it. Cancer is difficult. Losing somebody you love is difficult. There aren't a lot of answers. When you lose them, they don't come back. They're just a remembering, right? You remember the moments and you hold on to what you can remember sacredly because you no longer have them in your life. Honestly, we have to do a better job of persevering and getting through it. If I was going to talk to kids that are graduating, I tell them it's probably not going to be easy. It's probably going to be hard, but you can do anything you put your mind to. I'd remind them that we live in a big world full of people that are doctors and nurses and EMTs and firefighters and teachers and police officers and National Guard Reserve, the Army, the Marines, the Navy, the grocery store clerk or the Target employee, right? There's front end, back end. There's everybody. There's a person that works for the lawn industry. There's so many different things you can do. The world is your oyster. Jump into it eyes wide open and never look back. This is your moment to decide where you want to be and what you want to do. Don't let anything stop you. There's going to be people telling you to be scared. Ignore them. There's going to be people telling you what you can't do. Ignore them too. This is your life. live it the way you want to. And I'd also advise them when they're going to college not to major in dumb shit that you can't get jobs with. Keep it really simple, stupid. Major in some shit like English or communications. Boom. Facts. Simple, easy. You can get any job in the world with a communications degree. You can get any job in the world with an English major. These are simple things. They're very basic. It's not anything specific. Don't do shit that's too complicated because it's only going to fuck you over later, and you'll be very surprised with the results. These are the things I'd be saying if I was speaking at a college event. Young people need to be recognized, and they need to be challenged. We need to have people willing to talk to them correctly instead of dismiss them entirely. You know, old people and boomers have disrespected the millennial group. They disrespect the Generation Z group. They always have something to say. Why? Persevering is so important. It's so essential that we find a way to get through moments. And the idea of why not today is important too. I say this countless times, right? That we need to plan effectively and we need to be ahead of the curve. And I say that not because I just want to say words and I don't want it to have any meaning. I say that because I can't tell you how many times I messed up by not doing things correctly, or I haven't followed through, or I didn't show up on time, or I thought I was going to show up late, or I missed something, or I didn't do something correctly, which is why now I'm obsessed with early bird gets the worm, and I'm early for everything I do. And even at work, I'm early at work. I'm early and everything I do now. I try to be early for church, but there's some Sundays where I'm stuck in traffic getting up the street to get there, and I just try to do the best that I can. If we don't plan effectively, if we do not create an environment where we can follow through and plan, then we are most certainly going to fall behind and be 10 steps behind. And that's not good. Is it? It's not. Literally, if we don't plan, we won't get anything done. The idea of organization and kill two birds with one stone or any saying like that is very great. We've got to have a plan to get through these things. I want to get back to the fun of not worrying or stressing out about my life. I like living carefree. I like not worrying about anything. I even like having a job where I'm very good at it. In fact, probably great at it. I'm at the head of the curve. I'm at the top of the numbers. I'm at the top of the threshold. And I'm doing what I like. So I'm passionate about it and I'm succeeding. Whatever it means for you to get to where you're going with your why not today, do it. Organize. Plan effectively. Be ahead of the curve. Don't be waiting for anything. Be 2 to 3 steps ahead. 5 to 10 paces before. Be ahead of the curve. Early bird hits the word. Be the turtle in the race, but get to the finish line first. Get things done. Plan effectively. Plan out your appointments. Set up stuff for your kids. Start planning for going back to school in September now. Start planning what bathing suits you're going to wear or whatever you're going to do with your wardrobe in a month in advance. Like, do stuff in advance. Get things done. Plan proactively or you'll never get it done. That's the idea of why not today. We can't buy time, stop it, or control it, so we have to find a way to live in it. That's it. But moving on from that, let's get to the next part of the conversation. The tea. Sipping the tea, sipping the tea, sipping the tea for you and me, sipping the tea. It's Friday tea, so what are we going to drink? You know, caramel chai latte. Why? Because we love it. Now, I don't know if you guys like chai tea, but it's like my favorite. And if I'm going to pick a chai tea, I'm going to pick the tea that I love. So, let's get into the tea. So, what's the conversation we're going to talk about today? So, lately, we've been having conversations about living and love and passion and existing and friends and enemies and not pushing yourself too thin, or the housing market or money or food or life. And when you get to a point, it's important to view life in a more simplistic way. So, a conversation we could have today on this Friday is to not take on more than you can do. and to also reach for the stars. It's okay that you have a limitation and you probably can't do everything at once. Maybe you're as psychotic as I am and you think you can and you try to. Let me give an example. It's decent weather. I'm ready to rearrange my entire house. I'm ready to throw crap out and I'm ready to get things done. So this means I need to utilize the last step of the mantra and organize to plan effectively. If you want to spend a day doing something like, I don't know, shopping or errands or doing something with the kids or whatever it is, you got to plan for that too. Doing too much than you can is like signing up for 5,000 things and knowing you're not going to be able to make it for all of the stuff you're signing up for. It's okay to take a weekend off. It's okay to not be involved in everything at work. It's okay to not do that. That is okay. So living in the now and the today and the moment means you recognize that you do have limitations. And you don't let the limitations prevent you from following your dreams or living them. You allow what that limitation is. And what does that mean? Be okay knowing what you want to do and what you don't want to do. Let me give you an example. There's a whole bunch of crap happening in my family all the time. And sometimes one brother wants to do this and another one wants to do that. And a lot of the time, I make the decision to say what I want to do and what I can't do, right? So I like everyone to be aware of where I'm going to come to and what I'm not going to go to. Because one, I don't want to be held accountable for not showing up if I'm supposed to. And two, I don't like spreading myself thin. I like knowing what I can do and what I can't do. And I don't like feeling like, how the hell am I going to do this? That's a horrible fucking feeling to feel. So to avoid that feeling, I like not feeling like that. And to not feel like that, I like getting things done. That to me is the only answer. But moving on, if we continue to spread ourselves until there's barely anything left, what is there? Nothing good, right? I want to live in the today. I want to live not worried about what's going to happen or what's not going to happen. I want to understand I'm living regardless. And that might be pretty, that might be ugly, that might be great, that might be sad, but I still want to know I'm doing it in the moment today. Honestly, it's okay that people can't be great at everything. Some things you're going to be better than at others. Like, for instance, my ability to speak Spanish at a fast pace is not that great. Do I let that limit my ability to be excited that I can speak Italian? No, because I clearly can speak Italian more fluently than I can speak Spanish because I like the language better. It's not that I don't like Spanish, and it's not that I don't know how to speak Spanish. It's that I like the other one better. But that's just my thing. Who knows? Some people might like Spanish better than Italian or French better than Hungarian. Or they might want to do one thing different than the other. But whatever the case may be, whatever the situation is, don't spread yourself thin, because if you do that, there won't be a lot left. But moving on from that, let's get to the next part of the conversation, which is the main part of the conversation on the Friday. Doubt leads to oblivion. What does that mean? Well, when you doubt something or yourself or anything, then you begin to think outside of the box and you begin to think differently. And thinking differently can be a problem because you're not basing anything in reality. You're basing everything in a different, like, transient view. And that's problematic. As much as I want to fantasize about playing magic and video games and reading comic books, that's not life all the time. As much as I want to visualize my life through DC Comics and Marvel, and I just want to live in that cascaded view of it, and I like that more than anything, and I want to talk Batman and Robin and the Joker, I can't do that. Like, those are my favorite things. These are things I love, but I live in reality. Oblivion is good to a point, though, because it's not going to help you when something goes wrong. So we need to be aware of what to do to get through it. That's the idea. What are you going to do to get through these moments? Because if you don't have the idea to get through it, you're never going to. Doubt is going to lead you to oblivion, where you're thinking, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. Brrr. That's not going to help you out in the long term. Fashion requires style. I mean, I 100% agree with that. If you want to be a fashionista or a fashionista, you have to have style to do that, right? You have to understand colors and fabrics and stuff like that to get it. Not every color looks good with every color. Not all shoes match all pants. Not all bags match all outfits. It's like a game we play, but it's important to recognize what you can control versus what you can't. I've always been obsessed with fashion, and lately I've been doing my like comfy key, like low key, like relaxation mode, where I'm just wearing like leggings and comfy clothes and sweatpants and that type of shit. And that's the majority. Casual wear is the majority of the outfits that I'm putting on. I don't really dress up unless I have to. More so for church on Sunday, but I really don't even do that much. It's all about what you're happy with. Some people think they know fashion, they love it, they think they figured it out, and they don't understand about matching. But I guess have fun. It requires style, but if you want to be unstylish and you want to do your own shit, go for it. Success is sweet, because the sweetest thing than success is succeeding and getting through it all. When talent stopped mattering is when they allow people that can't sing be on these stupid shows that nobody watches, and they allow all these ridiculous reality shows with these people's opinions that don't matter, or these people think that they're Instagram famous and nobody knows who the fuck they are and they don't have any followers. Dude, what the fuck? Half the people that are trying to get attention, they're not talented. And even if they are, why couldn't your talent potentially be something like Christian, or you can sing, or you can play an instrument, or you're like an artist or something like that? Why does everything have to be based on something like some sort of an ad or something? Talent stopped mattering a long time ago, and I don't know if we can get back to when it did. The stages of triumph are sometimes hard, mostly easy. When you're triumphant, it feels very easy. Like, you got there for a reason, right? You shouldn't be shy about being at your best version. You should be happy about it. Pour your heart into living. And I know I wrote P-O-O-R instead of P-O-U-R. Don't judge me. I had a verbiage thing just now. Shit, maybe I should change it. If you pour your heart into living, then your heart's not going to be addicted to dying or feeling like you're dying. And none of us should want to feel like that, honestly. Isn't that the case? It should be. It should be. Moving on from that to the next part of the conversation, which is watching things. Let's get into it. Last night we ordered from this like new Japanese spot, and they fucked up the order. We wanted bowls, and they gave us this hibachi grill platter plate. Didn't hit the spot. There was some weird salad in it, and I don't know. I typically like Japanese food, so I ate some of it. My husband was not happy about it, so I got my money back on DoorDash, and I used that money for my poke bowl that I had for lunch today. We already know I'm obsessed with poke. If there was one thing I could die, would it be that or Italian food? Hi, thank you for calling Affleck Administrator. So for lunch I had a poke bowl, and I'm obsessed, and I can't help it. I just love Japanese food. But yesterday, whatever we ordered from, we got a bento box, and it was not a good bento box. It didn't even have sushi in it. So I was just like, what the hell was that? What?
I said vomit. I hated it.
Oh, yeah, he hated it. Do you hear him in the background saying vomit? Safe to say, my husband does not like Korean food anymore. At the beginning, he loved it. Now, he hates it. Anyways. We know I love sushi. I can't help it. It's my favorite thing. I don't know. There's something about the spicy mayo and the rice with the tuna and the salmon and all the veggies and the crab salad. And it's just, perfection. Literally, I think I want to eat sushi every day forever. Like, I just feel like I want to. But moving on, I don't know what we're getting for dinner. I'm thinking it's going to be pizza. My husband hated that damn food we ordered last night. And you can still hear him in the background talking about squalor and disgusting. He hated it. So I think we're not feeling Korean food right now. I'm not saying it's not good. But whatever we ordered it from, he didn't like it. But moving on from he didn't like it, we move into the idea of what's on the list of us eating other things. Juicy meatball and veggie bowl. What do we think that tastes like? Honestly, it's probably like a meatball made with hopefully ground turkey or ground chicken. I guess you could do regular meat if you want to. You could also add in some other meat into that if you want to. Then you want to add in some veggies, and you want to mix in some like, what is it called? A slurry into it to hold it all together, and an egg. And then you want to mix it all together, and then you can use like a muffin tray because you really want to try to get the effect of the circle. You want to spray the pan first, then put the meatballs in. Then you could top it whatever seasonings you want. Like, I definitely think that's the way to start it. And then other things you can add into this. Veggies. So whatever veggies you want. I'd probably go roasted peppers, green beans, maybe some onions. I mean, it's really whatever you want. You could even just go like a salad variation here, or like Italian veggies in this, like arugula or some other things to see if you like it. It's always an option. There's any veggies you could put into this, like a mix of veggies or like a garden bag, whatever you like. And then you top it with a sauce. So I would go with a rouse, or I would make my own sauce with some tomatoes and get very creative. But moving on past that, so what do you guys think about broccoli salad? Honestly, I love eating. The idea of healthy and simple and clean eating can change your body is a great thing to understand. Sweet potato skillet, like you can literally put like ground turkey, chicken, ground anything in it, and you can make that up real quick. Veggie pasta, you're just adding in veggies to it. Doesn't that sound simple? And mushroom penne. Who doesn't love mushrooms? Even if you don't love mushrooms, try it and see if you like it. You never know. My friends, thank you for tuning in to this Friday edition of Born to Be a Star. And remember, you are a star wherever you are. Hello, goodbye, good morning, good night, and ciao. Have a great weekend. Don't forget your star power. I'll see you guys on Monday, aka Monday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.